Hello, guys. Welcome to the Freaky League, freaky power rankings, freaky. And today there's gonna be three judges today, freaking it up. We're gonna be judging all the teams. We'll be judging the teams on a S through C ranking, where C tier teams are mediocre teams and S tier teams are basically perfect. The goal of the PRs is going to be to help people change their teams in ways that are better by giving advice or help people to talk about what's cool about their team because sometimes it's cool to just flex that you have a good team. Today with me we have Lukey, also known as Comb, and then we also have Alex, also known as Alex. If you guys want to go ahead and say hi.
Hi, I'm Lukey, also known as Alex.
Okay. My identity's been stolen. Immediately. Alright, leaving call. Cool. You can just do both my parts.
And my name is I'm the host today, Gentle, also known as Alex. So
Ah,
we're gonna be
I'm
going through the teams. What we're gonna be doing is having
wait.
We're gonna be having Alex and Lukey start talking about the teams first, alternating between them, and then I'll
So
talk
does
last.
everybody start talking at once?
Yes, yes. Yeah. Well, Alex, and then we'll Alex. So yeah, we'll have everyone talking at once, and then I'll talk about the teams last because these two are easily impressionable, and my opinions, I don't want them to overwrite them. So we'll be starting with Bada's team. If Lukey, you want to go ahead and take us away, tell us what you like about the team, what you dislike about the team, and where you'd rank it.
Hold on, let me increase your stream.
Yuri stream.
Your stream. You have like 2 pixels of resolution. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know what these Pokemon are.
Does this help?
Yeah, a little bit.
There we go.
But now you're scrolling and I'm zoomed in, so it's like
Wobble
fucking
wobble.
up. So I don't know why Garchomp was removed, to be honest. Like, because the change was getting Quaquaval, which, yeah, that's a good Pokemon, and getting, like, Sylveon, which, yeah, that's a good Pokemon, and Mega Beedrill. How many points was Mega Beedrill? Because I feel like,
5.
5, yeah.
because, like, wouldn't it have worked out if he kept Mega Garchomp, and then, like, am I stupid? Would he not have been able to afford Garchomp and Sylveon, or
Garchomp
Could
with
have
is
that?
dropped.
17 points, and so
He literally could have dropped, like, what?
it would have had to drop Orthworm or Beartick, probably Beartick.
Yeah.
Not drop.
Because Beedrill is 5, and you have to have 1 point in that slot, so that's 4 points. And then I'm assuming you're talking about Banette, because that's how you would get this to fit, is you'd remove Banette. So 4, 12, 8 from Banette, because Banette is 9. So you get 12 points, and then Beartick is 5, I believe? Let me check.
Vertex 6.
6? Okay, so you get 5 points from Beartick, so that's 17. So you could have exactly enough points,
Yeah.
plus or minus 1.
Which is
Yeah,
like why I don't know. That's how I feel about this team. Is like it needed work to be done to fix the team, but the work was done in the wrong direction. You know.
Yeah, this is the old version for those wondering. This is the version before trades. But we're ranking after trades.
Yeah, I know we're ranking after trades. It's an okay team. I feel like
Fuck.
you're probably never bringing Pikachu, to be honest, because like even if there's an incredibly strong electric attacker, which that's not just a real poke, there aren't like there's Raichu X I think was drafted.
hmm
Like Archaludon isn't even around. Like I don't think you're ever bringing Pikachu to anything. Um, and I guess I am a big Beartick fan, but I think Beartick is a lot better as a swift swimmer than it is a slush rusher. Um, it
It has
can
a lot
work
more
in
natural
Trick
moves.
Room. I mean, I guess yeah, Beartick is a Trick Room guy. I feel like for having Furgraf, who is like John Trick Room setter, there isn't like a super slow abuser. Like Sylveon is nice, of course. Sylveon is really good Trick Room Pokemon, and but like I don't know, like having your slowest be Beartick is strange for that effort. I like all the other Pokemon though. I don't really have any thoughts on Beedrill. I don't think you're ever bringing Beedrill over one of your Ghost Megas. Like, if you want a fast Pokemon, you would just have a Scarfer, you know, like Scarf Hydreigon, or actually Hydreigon's like kind of the only Pokemon on this team that you can Scarf. Like, I don't think anyone. Like, I guess you could theoretically Scarf Quackable. Does it even get Flip Turn? I don't know.
No, but it gets wave. Oh, it does. I thought it.
It does.
I don't
thought
think it doesn't.
Let me double check that. But,
I can do it on stream so that
He
people
doesn't.
can
He
see.
doesn't look like he would.
It gets wave crash, so you don't have to run Aqua Step on the Scarf set. Yeah, it gets wave crash.
Yeah.
It does not. It does get flip turn. Yeah, it does.
it does get Flip
Oh.
Turn. Cool.
I think it gets U-turn too. Yeah, it does.
But you would run Flip Turn.
Yeah, it's just if you need coverage for grass. Anyways.
Yeah, I guess you could scarf him. I don't know. I feel like this team, it's just gonna be every week. It's gonna be like, okay, so the only things I really have to worry about are Sylveon and like the two spread attackers, right? And it's just, okay, is Sylveon gonna be Tailwind, or is it gonna be slower, or is it gonna be mixed, or whatever? And then you just bring a Steel type, and you win.
Yep.
So where would you rank this team before we move on to Alex? Just where would you put it?
Oh, okay. So
I can add a C tier if you want me to.
let's be nicer than I was in the last time you invited me. So
You were
we'll say
so
we got the-
mean. You put like
I'll
half the
try
teams in C
and put
tier.
one. Listen, no, I'll try and put one in every single category. Okay, I'll try and put one,
Ooh.
and I'll put like that makes sense. I'll have one. Oh no, you're increasing the categories. Oh no.
I don't know if you want to do a C tier or not. We can
Okay,
delete this
well,
one if
now,
you don't want
well,
to.
now you've added a C tier, so now I have to put someone in C tier.
No, we can delete C tier if you don't want to. I just
No,
thought...
no, you've added it, so this works. I'll have one in every tier except for 2 in A and 2 in B plus. I think that makes sense to me.
Okay.
We'll start this out even. I'll say A.
Okay. Okay. So it'll be Alex's turn to speak next.
All right. Yeah. So I did notice a lot of the same problems. I do think that removing Garchomp from this kind of ruins your ability to manage fire types effectively. And again, Quackleval is a very, very, very good pick for where Badayon got it at point wise. But if you're relying on Quackleval as like your main way to deal with fire types offensively, or like Earth Power Hydreigon, you're just not getting a ton done. Nothing here hits fire particularly well besides Quackleval and like kind of what is it? Beedrill with Drill Run, I guess.
There's also
It
this.
doesn't even hit that hard. It does learn Hydro Pump, but are you really clicking Hydro Pump on a non-stab Pokemon and potentially missing 20% of the time?
Does Beartick get Wave Crash or only Liquidation?
I think it's only Liquidation.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Beartick definitely feels out of place. I kind of agree with Lukey when you say like Beartick is a better Swiss Swim user because it not only gets rid of its issue with fire types defensively, but you just actually take out the grass types that like that rain teams really don't want to deal with. I genuinely don't know what the hell Banette is doing on this team at all, and it just compounds the dark weakness. And while there are some good resistances to dark, like I
The
think the
Banette
fact
is
that
just a Wolfie reference because Wolfie also drafted these double megas, but also Dragonite.
yeah, there's another mega to actually kind of patch the issues, whereas Beedrill does nothing to patch the issues that those two have. Yeah, like Beedrill really is just there to deal with the dark types that those two struggle with, and so is Sylveon. That does help, and Orthworm is also really good at managing some dark types with Body Press, but not all of them. And then the Trick Room mode of this team is like, yeah, it's really lackluster. You've picked up Farigiraf, but you're not really giving anything a particularly strong Trick Room mode. There are a lot of slower mons out there in the draft. Or like I don't know. It doesn't really gel well. Like Farigiraf plus Sylveon is good, and Beartick is like kind of okay in Trick Room, but not like groundbreaking, and then just nothing else on the team really wants to be in Trick Room besides maybe Orthworm.
So where would you rank this team if you were to rank it? We'll remove Lukey's for now.
Rank it, I'd put this down in B. I don't think it's like unsalvageable. There are definitely some things about it that I like. I like the massive amount of spread damage coming from the team, between Snarl, Hyper Voice, Blizzard. But I do think that like there's just like Earthworm is also just out of place here. But and then I agree with Lukey. It feels like with how Bada picks Pikachu, it's just a mascot pick there along for the 1 point ride. It has been in both seasons, or I guess it probably will be this season as well. But yeah, I don't think that this team is like amazingly constructed. Fire is definitely such a massive issue for this team, like I mentioned. I think that like it could work. I think some trades with other coaches would be good for this team, but I think as it is, it's not as good as it could be.
Yeah. For the record, this team is also out of board trades, so they have to do coach-to-coach trades if they want to be able to like change anything from here.
My greater opinion on this team is they're really glad that there is no opponent with Char Y.
Yeah,
yeah, that'd be scary. I think you guys hit on most of the stuff, most of my complaints about this team. I will point out two things though, just two things. This team has the opposite problem that a lot of teams have in Champions, where I think it's actually a bit too special, where it's like three of your four main attackers, I'd say, because I don't count Banette as like a main attacker, at least because it's sharing its typing with Frostlass, so a lot of the time the things that counter Frostlass are going to counter Banette. So it's like if you're talking about Pokemon you bring consistently, it's like Beedrill and Quaquaval are the only two consistent physical attackers that don't compound issues you already have. So the team's actually a bit too special. I feel like Snarl is actually quite good into this team. Light Screen also quite good into this team. I think it might struggle a little bit with that as the season goes on. And I think the bigger thing that I noticed that wasn't mentioned is no Tailwind and no Fake Out. Because your Tailwind setter, does Quaquaval get it? I think it might just be Hydreigon, which is like not a bad Tailwind setter, but
it's just Hydreigon.
But like looking.
Pikachu gets Fake Out, but that's not a real Fake Out.
Yeah, it's a 1 point Fake Out Mon who you either give it Sash and it does no damage, or you give it not Sash and it explodes to like even a weak spread move. Like I've seen this thing get killed by a non-stab Rock Slide from what's it called? It got killed by a non-stab Rock Slide from Mudsdale. It was like okay, yeah. I mean Mudsdale has a high attack stat, but still. So it's like it'll get OHKO'd a lot. I don't think it's really a consistent Fake Out user for your Trick Room mode. When you have a Pokemon like Frigoraph, just any good Fake Out user next to it will get you guaranteed Trick Room really easily. And I think like I would just like to see a little bit better use of the speed control options, because I was just besmirching it. Actually, Hydreigon can be a really good Tailwind setter if you have like a great ground type next to it. It's a shame that Bada traded away his great ground type, and like yeah, the best like Tailwind abuser is Quaquaval, and that's not great because it's a Pokemon that already boosts its own speed, so it doesn't really need that. I feel like a lot of the time you're just going to be Tailwinding, and it's either not going to boost anything, or it's going to boost things too much, where it's like your Frostlass is now like, way faster than it needs to be, to the point where it's like actively detrimental because your opponent can like Trick Room, and then their fast Pokemon are still slower than you. I feel like that might be a bit of an issue as well, as like the fast mode is basically like not speed control related, which means that if your opponent uses speed control, you have to choose between like going too fast and being easy to Trick Room on, or going too slow and being like really easy to Icy Wind on, for instance. So yeah, I think this team has some issues. Things I like about it though, I think I don't know. I think Hydreigon with Frostlass is a great core. That 2-mon core is gonna be able to do a lot of stuff. And I don't think Orthworm's well positioned to use its ability, but I think just having a generically bulky Steel type is good for the core of Hydreigon Frostlass. They both appreciate that. And I think Quickwave was a good value. And I think it kind of makes up for how overpriced Sylveon was, because Sylveon is a bit expensive for what it does, but it's fine if you have like a good low tier value, and I think Quickwave achieves that.
Honestly, I think Hydreigon was kind of a steal point wise too.
Oh yeah, it was like 13?
13 points.
Yeah.
13 points for a pseudo legendary that has really good like base speed, is a great Scarfer, has such great coverage, and it gets speed setting. Like it's a really good mon.
And we'll get into this later, but a lot of the teams this season don't have great Trick Room modes and don't have great fairy type damage. So it's like, I think in particular having Imprison for Graph able to deal with the teams that have those Trick Room modes, you don't have to bring that every week. And then you also don't have to worry that much about Hydreigon's quad fairy weakness. I mean, it's still a quad weakness, but you know, it's not as bad as it usually would be. So those things I think keep it out of like C tier for me. I think I agree with Alex's placement of B. We can average that out to B plus for now, and then change it later, or we can just leave it in B depending on where Lukey wants to put it.
Sounds good to me.
What do you think, Lukey? B plus or B?
We'll put it in B. Listen, I gotta get the even ratio. We've got 2 options for B plus.
All right.
So let's put it in B plus.
I usually I will preface this by saying I don't think there's a single C tier team, and if it means that Lukey won't put anything in C tier, we could delete C tier.
No. You've convinced me. We have to be.
Okay. All right. I don't think
it in B plus.
I don't think there's a single thing that's in C tier. I don't think anyone drafted a downright mediocre team. People just drafted teams that are either like not fully optimal or have some flaws, you know. All right, moving on. We're starting with Alex for this one for Logan.
All right.
Not starting with me.
No, because you started the last one, didn't you?
Because we're flipping around.
Yeah.
Each
Oh.
time.
Well, damn, but I gotta block out my ears so I can't hear.
Deafen. Yeah.
Yeah, but then I won't know when it's my turn.
Do you want to just have Lukey start for these? Do you care, Alex?
I don't really care that much. We can just have Lukey start for these. I'm
All right, Lukey.
okay with just going for it. I can't even comment on my own team, so you know.
The hot take machine goes first. Hit us, Lukey.
Hot take machine. I think this team would have been better with the regular Avalugg, but that's just because I like regular Avalugg. I really like this team, to be honest. I think like you've got, John Tailwind, Aerodactyl, but like also, John Matchup Fish. Like he can I actually don't know the full Aerodactyl move pool, but I know he can run a lot of coverage moves, and then Tough Claws with plus coverage move is just good generally.
Yeah, it gets it gets Fire and Ice Fang, Iron Head, Psychic Fangs.
Yeah, Dragon Claw,
Crunch.
Crunch. Yeah, Fangs.
Get some okay moves. I wouldn't call it an
Thunder-
amazing
yeah.
spread of options, but like it's decent.
But like
enough.
for all intents, you can hit a lot of types super effectively with the options here.
You
right?
can nuke a Garchomp with Ice Fang. It's mostly for
Yeah,
quad weaknesses,
nuke
but
the Garchomp that's on this team. You can side Ice Fang just for fun.
as a little treat.
Yeah, and then of course just Rock Slides forever, like for on one of the fastest Pokemon. Like the only ways you're gonna outspeed this is you get one Scarfmon on your team, and then you get, if you have priority Tailwind, then you have priority Tailwind. But to prevent just getting your Aerodactyl blown up, there's 2 Fake Out Mons on the team, and they're both like good. I mean, they're not great, but they're good Fake Out Mons. Metagross is sad that he doesn't have Heavy Slam anymore outside of his Mega version, but Metagross is still like just a good Mon generally.
And Knockoff. It also lost Knockoff.
Oh, damn. Why do they hate this thing?
Because it'd be overpowered.
Yeah.
Does Metagross get Sword Stance? I feel like it used to at least.
No, it's never gotten Sword Stance. Its only setup move is Agility.
Yo, Agility Metagross.
And Calm Mind, I
Iron
guess.
Defense.
Yeah, Iron Defense and Calm Mind.
But yeah, I think I guess Garchomp can be a good abuser of Tailwind because free Earthquake next to Aerodactyl, you're not pressured to run as fast as possible, although you kind of are because 102 is a great speed tier, and you want to accommodate for not always being in Tailwind. But great, you have double Fake Out for setup Volcarona. You can also use Volcarona to support Blastoise, who's another setup Mon. You can use Volcarona plus the other one. You can just rip Tailwind Water Spout, like Tailwind Life Orb Water Spout, get one off, and then start using other moves. Rotom was like 1 point. How much was base
5.
Rotom?
5.
5? So it's okay.
Tauros was 2.
Levitator, it's a ghost type, which this team doesn't have. Like you needed more than
Here's
one
the points.
target to Earthquake with Chomp.
Oh wait, there's
I
wrong
think,
team.
And
There.
and I think think that Rotom base form, while not the best Pokemon, gets you a Ghost type, and it gets you Speed Control, and it gets you another Mon for Garchomp to Earthquake next to.
Yep. The team is like a little bit like it's not even really that rock weak though, because like Aerodactyl is just Volcarona who's rock weak. Because Ninetales doesn't count as being rock weak because it has snow defense boost, so no rock type move is OHKOing other than like Head Smash anyway.
Avalugg is a chud, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, Avalugg is a chud, so it doesn't count.
Metagross is a fantastic resistance. So like, yeah,
and
there's not and so is Garchomp. Like,
and a consistent Wide Guard Mon for Rock Slide.
Yeah. So I don't know. I like this team. I think it's well rounded. I also like another thing is you have Ninetales for Aurora Veil, also for the two setup guys, and Icy Wind, and I don't know. I like Ninetales a lot. Encore Disable bullshit. Tauros. I guess it's just I want an Intamon.
For 2 points.
He's there.
For 2 points, Intim or Sheer Force Body Slam goes kind of crazy.
I miss Rock Climb. I want 5 more base power for 10% less accuracy.
Yeah, I'll put this one in A+.
All right. Remind me, it's the Medicham one, right? No, which one's Logan's Liverpool one? Liverpool. Sorry. Yes. Jack is Medicham. All right, your turn, Alex.
Okay, so I do think that this team has some really good offensive pins. Fire, Rock, Ice, Ground is just such a really, really, really hard typing combination to account for. Throw Blastoise in the mix and throw strong normal stab in the mix, and it's really, really, really good on the offensive side of things. This team is relatively bulky. It doesn't feel frail at all. Like, there are a couple mons that are frail, but like it's not too bad.
It's mostly just Rotom.
Is your only Trick Room mon, which is not a good Trick Room mon, generally speaking. I think that's the major weakness of this team. It just has no Trick Room mode at all. There are no Pokemon that learn Trick Room. It's very easy to Trick Room in front of this team. And if you get a Trick Room up, it's very, very difficult to position your faster mons like Aerodactyl, Ninetales. Garchomp is bulky enough to make it work, and then to some
okay,
degree,
but like no one drafted Torkoal, so it's like who gives a shit though.
There are a couple teams with really good Trick Room modes that we'll get to, but
yes,
it's not as big an issue as it usually would be. Sorry.
Yeah, no. Generally speaking, there are not a ton of Trick Room teams this draft at all, and like. So I guess that's technically not a really bad weakness, but that is like there is just a noticeable speed gap between Metagross and Avalugg that makes the team a little bit awkward. It's just very top heavy on its speed, and yeah, I do think that like Volcarona Blastoise is in my draft plan. I wanted them for exactly what Lukey was talking about, where you have Pokemon that are both support mons and offensive mons simultaneously, and your opponent will not know which one is which until the game has started. They're just really, really, really good as a defensive-offensive pairing in every configuration. Arrow doesn't have to run Tailwind because of Volcarona as well. I mean, obviously Aerodactyl is the better Tailwind setter, but if you want 4 coverage moves on your Aerodactyl and your Volcarona still outspeeds things that you really wanted to outspeed, then it's really, really, really good.
There you go. There's your 4 coverage move Aerodactyl. Nom 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 nom.
I would probably, going to the tier list, I would probably say this is A to A+. I'm not really sure where I'd rank it. Like, the lack of a Trick Room mode makes me want to say A, but since that's not a gigantic issue, I'm okay with A+, just because the offensive dynamics of this team are so good.
Yeah, I agree with most of what was said. I think, like, there's a couple particular teams I could see this team struggling with, because there's a couple, like, things that it's missing that I would usually expect from a team that I'd like to see. Mainly no grass type means that, like, Rage Powder is a little harder to deal with, but there's so much spread damage that's not really that big of an issue. There's so much spread damage. That's actually to my other point. I think Wide Guard is really good into this team. Like, usually you want like a spread of like this Pokemon often runs spread, this Pokemon often runs single target, and it helps like balance out your like weakness to Wide Guard. It makes Wide Guard not worth running. It's like, well, if I'm dealing with Typhlosion, but then they also have like a King Gambit, I can't really click Wide Guard in front of King Gambit Typhlosion. So it's like, it makes it harder to click. I think a lot of the time you can just like Wide Guard in front of most of these mons, and they all have single target attacks, but it's not the one they want to click. Arrow's not as happy clicking Dueling Beat as it is clicking Rock Slide. And the same thing is true of like Ninetales with Blizzard or Garchomp with Earthquake. So that might be a bit of an issue, but I haven't looked at the exact mons that everyone has, but I don't remember anyone having a particularly good Wide Guard mon besides maybe Alex with like Chestnut.
Yeah.
Um,
3 really good wide
yeah,
cards.
you spammed Wide Guard a bit. We'll get to it.
Chestnut,
We'll get to it.
and
Okay, but the thing is, like this, this team is prepping into Alex and just smacks Overheat on Volcarona.
Yeah, into the Rain team. This will go very well. I don't know if you've seen the updated team yet, Lukey, but yeah, it's a Rain team now. Anyways, yeah, I think not having a Trick Room mode like immediately demotes it a rank for me.
Sunny Day on Tauros and Overheat on Volcarona.
Don't you mean Sheer Force Life Orb Fire Blast Tauros?
Of course.
Anyways, I think if this team had like a solid trigger mode, and honestly, if Avalugg was just like any other Pokemon for like, I think I don't usually say like, oh, one Pokemon could fix the team. I think just adding Chimecho as like an imprisoned anti-trick room guy for 1 point, that alone would up this team's ability to me. I think certain Pokemon might be an issue like Frostlass, but like overall, it's not. There's not really that many things that I could nitpick about this, and to me, that's the ranking of A+ teams. I think I agree with A+. Like when you're just like nitpicking small things like that the team has. I mean, not having Trick Room is a big thing, but like it would be such an easy solve that I'm willing to put it in A+ because I believe that Logan will be able to solve that.
Yeah.
Hello, Gworf. Gworf joined to spectate, I believe.
Hi, friends. I was waiting until your whatever your analysis was done.
We're recording, so
as someone that plays this week 1, the very first thing I did was look at Wide Guard.
Yeah.
I knew Wide Guard users against Logan's team.
Yeah.
I don't, but it's terrifying. The offensive power and like unrelenting spread damage is terrifying. I would also do A+.
Are you wanting to join us, Gworf, or are you just here to listen?
I'm just getting stuff ready to make a nice salmon and asparagus dinner.
All right.
So I'll be here for like 10 minutes or so.
Okay. I'm recording, that's why I'm asking. So like if you wanted to like participate in the recording, just so you know it's recording. Okay.
I know it's recording, thanks.
We're moving on to Alex. I believe it's Lukey's turn to talk, unless anyone disagrees with A+, but I think we all said A+, so we can move on. Alex.
All right.
Alex team, Lukey talk. Alex number 2, aka Lukey.
Alex numero duo.
This is the most rebuilt team in the league, by the way, in terms of like mons changed. I think it's the only one with 5 changes. Vadas also had 5, but like one of them was a change back, so it's a net 4.
See, this team would go hard with Beartick, though.
You're probably right.
It's a shame it's taken.
Yeah, I like the Crocodile being a great support for the 2 levitate/flying guys. This team does look very freeze dry weak. Like does surely I mean freeze dry is not a super strong move, but
I think there's like 1 drafted freeze dry Pokemon. Yeah, the Mamoswine got drafted, but it's not a special attacker. Glalie.
Frostlass doesn't get freeze dry?
No.
Bruh.
Yeah, it's really limited distribution. It's just, I think the only drafted freeze dry mons are Ninetales and Mr. Rime, so it's not really that much of an issue most of the time.
I can't cook again. Were you there when I was helping someone prep and I suggested Life Orb freeze dry Baxcalibur?
Yes. That or you told me the story. Yeah, well, the point is, there's at most 2 teams who have freeze dry, so I would agree with you if it wasn't for that.
Yeah. I know Mawile can be like a Tailwind Mon, so it's not terrible. You've got 2 Tailwind setters. They're both pretty good Tailwind setters. They're not fast, but, you know, works.
Consistent, more so than
Consistent.
fast. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know too much about Galar, Gay Slowking.
It's just the same as regular, I believe, in terms of stats. It's just a different typing, and it doesn't get oblivious. That's the big difference. Oh no, it has less attack and more special attack, so it hits a bit harder than regular Slowking.
Oh, it's actually better.
Yeah.
Except
its move pool's weird too. It gets like Flamethrower and Scald.
Oh,
it doesn't get Scald anymore. I guess he lost Scald. So it gets...
might get Scald. I don't think Galarian gets it.
It used to get it. Anyways, yeah. Ice Beam and Hydro Pump and bunch of fucking weird coverage moves. Anyways, continue.
Yeah.
Grass.
Curious Medicine. Oh, you can use that for Draco Meteor on Gaia too.
Dragonite, yeah, or Leaf Storm.
Or Leaf. What the fuck? Oh, the
Rotom
I was like, it was like you're clicking Leaf Storm with Chestnut. Also, I guess if you get an Intim on your Mawile, if you're running Intim or you Mega'd and got rid of Hyper Cutter, and then they Intim'd you. And then I guess Lycanroc is your rock or like rock ice kind of patch guy. Doesn't feel that great. I don't know. It's a good team. I would say A+, but that's already taken, so A.
Can you not do this bit, please? Can you please rank the teams off of where you think they should go? Please. Alex, do you want to speak on your own team, or should I go before you?
I think you should probably go before me. I don't really want to introduce too much bias.
Okay. I think this team is really well-rounded. It has a great fast and slow mode, and I think that's kind of rare in this league. A lot of people overcommitted to like the fast mode or overcommitted to the slow mode. With the exception of like my team, I think everyone's on one end of the spectrum. Except Alex has like such a good... I think like Araquanid and Mawile have perfect defensive synergy. Like Araquanid's really good at killing water and ground types and can switch into both of them due to its resists. Fire and ground types. And Mawile is really good at dealing with the like flying types, the rock types, and the what's it called? The fire, rock, and electric types. Mawile is pretty good at dealing with. Mawile doesn't hit electric types, but like yeah, there aren't that many good electric types in Champions, so it's not really that much of an issue. There's like 2 that are drafted that I would consider like good electric types you have to worry about. And one of them is Rotom. Oh, actually, both of them are Rotom. I don't know how much I respect Raichu X. Yeah, I think this team's well constructed. Really good Trick Room mode. The fast mode is good. The Disquake mode it's the best Disquake mode in the league, which usually I wouldn't say that about Krook because its damage output is just okay, but it's really well like there's 3 different ground immunities, so you can really just click Earthquake all day. And then there's like 3 different wide guard options if you want to click like Discharge into yourself for a turn, so it's at least doable to do Discharge. I like the Salazzle as like a fast fake out guy because otherwise I wouldn't really like the fast mode. I feel like the fast mode needs like space to set up, but Salazzle being I believe 3rd fastest non-mega fake out in the game behind Sneasler and Weavile. It's just like really hard to stop Salazzle from faking you out and getting a free Tailwind with Dragonite or Pelipper. I think that's really powerful.
Does Crocodile get Dragon Dance? He looks like he could.
No, but he gets Scale Shot for some reason. But yeah, he doesn't get Dragon Dance. He does get Bulk Up. I don't think he gets Sword Stance.
No, he definitely gets Sword Stance.
Does he get Sword Stance? No, he only gets Bulk Up.
He definitely had it before. I swear to God.
I'm a solid 80% sure he's never had it. /learn Karuk dial sword Sword Stance. No, hold on. I messaged a friend instead of myself. Yeah, it's never learned Sword Stance.
Well, it says in Gen 9.
It will tell you if it learned to move it in a previous gen and it doesn't have it anymore. Like Pursuit. Here, I'll just show you Pursuit as an example. See? Yeah, it's never had Sword Stance. But anyways, I'm a big fan of a lot of the pieces here. I think something this team has that a lot of other teams might not, in my opinion, is just like the raw damage output of a lot of these mons is just really high. and that makes it hard to deal with because like a lot of the other teams need like some sort of condition to be met to meet their power. Either snow needs to be up for Frostlass, or maybe you need like a Dragon Dance or a Swords Dance with a lot of Pokemon like Scolipede. I don't think that I don't think Lycanroc, Araquanid, Mawile, Pelipper really have those issues. I guess Pelipper does kind of need rain, but like if you change the weather, it's still clicking a weather boosted Weather Ball. So I think a lot of raw power on this team is good, and there's also a lot of good setup options. I think with Chestnut, Iron Defense stuff, Mawile, Swords Dance, Araquanid can do annoying infestation nonsense, and Dragonite. Like you can use base Dragonite pretty well here as well. I wanted to say because like usually when you have dual Mega, you want to have like one of the Megas on the fast mode, one of them on the slow, and also one of them be like always Mega and the other one be like sometimes Mega, so that you can bring both. And I think Dragonite fills that out beautifully. So yeah, I think it's a well constructed team. I think A+ is a fair ranking. And unlike Lukey, I am not opposed to putting two things in the same tier. So I would say A+.
Can I say something?
Sure.
I do think this team is better than the other one, so you should move the other one down to A.
Sure. In Lukey's rankings, it would be A. Averaged out though, Alex and I both said A+, I think. So averaged out, it would still end. For this, no, for the previous team. For
the previous team, yeah, I said A+.
Yeah, so okay, it averages out to A+.
To S tier. This just means that yours is gonna go in A.
I'm going to respectfully ignore you. We're not putting the S team in S tier. That's too funny.
Can I read?
All right, Alex, you get to speak on your own team. What's up, Gworf?
Oh right, yeah, I do.
Do I get to put my rating down at some point, or are you guys just doing you guys?
We're just doing us for the rankings. If you wanted to like say it, we can. You can have that on recording. Sure. You can do your own ranking afterwards as well if you want to do a private one, because things are all public.
I'll just listen. Alex, you can talk about your team before I say anything.
Wahoo! Yeah.
Wahoo.
I'm happy that I got Mawile. I think that after finagling a ton with this team, it went from like
the glow up.
kind of fucking weird, to like actually very, very, very solid. I think the speed dynamics of the team are really good. There's no major speed gaps. There's only like a major one between like Rotom and Pelipper. But the 70 speed tier isn't like a really desirable one to begin with. It's like a good one, but not like I think for a Tail Room team, this is good. Slowking is not a terrible Trick Room setter. I wish that this version did have Oblivious just to be immune to taunt when it's nice, but yeah, I really like having Crocodile next to so many things that it can just freely Earthquake next to. The discharge on Rotom is really nice as well. I think Lycanroc, for where it was valued, was a really, really, really good rock type. It doesn't have the highest attack stat ever, but for 5 points, I think that a Pokemon that has like essentially pseudo stab on all of its coverage options, which it has plenty of, is really solid, and the speed tier is excellent too. Like, the only thing that I think my team lacks is like a truly like giga fast Pokemon. Like, it doesn't have like a great way to force people to run like any Pokemon above Salazzle's speed tier as that maximum speed tier. Like, anything that's 130 plus is not gonna have to run all that speed unless they're really scared of Scarfers, which I do have a couple of good Scarfers between Pelipper, Rotom, and Crocodile.
And Chestnut.
I don't really. Chestnut.
Remember the funny scarf coaching. Anyways.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, sure. I mean, I guess in that context, yeah, Chestnut can have a choice scarf put on it. But yeah, what we were talking about earlier with teams lacking a strong fairy damage output and Trick Room, this team definitely has that.
By the way, real quick, the thing when like we were talking about like a Pokemon that's like faster than Salazzle, anything below 40 and above 120 is considered a speed outlier. That's what we call it. You don't have an outlier. You have an outlier on the slow end, but no fast outlier, which means that like it just makes Scarfer's jobs easier when you don't have an outlier because they can outspeed your whole team with Scarf.
That's one of the weaknesses of the team for sure. Is very like I have to use Scarfers or Tailwind to match other people's Scarfers.
Okay, so where would you put your own team?
I think A to A+ is completely fine. changes, it's probably around where Bada's team is.
Hmm.
But I think, or maybe even lower, honestly. Like, no, it's got
Your day one setter is Scissored, but yeah.
Yeah, like, okay, ignoring the fact that Scizor does literally nothing for that team,
Mm-hmm.
I think A or A plus is fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave the final rating up to you guys. My opinion should not have as much weight on that.
I do agree with Lukey. What Lukey said earlier, this is better than Logan's team. I do agree with that. I would be willing to move Logan's down to A. I think like Logan's team is very solid, but it has more flaws than this team has. And to appease the Lukey gods, we must have one in each tier. So I'd be fine with both of them being A plus though. Like if we're doing an honest ranking.
Yeah, if we're doing honest, I think it's fair that both of them are an A plus.
Yeah. Which is better than I was expecting going into this. I thought I wouldn't rank anything an A plus besides maybe my own team, and even then. But no, I think after looking at them closer,
it puts it in perspective. It has a lot of these teams have positive and negative traits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, Lukey, you want to take us away for this one?
Sorry, I was talking to Bada. Bada wants to murder you since you play week 1. And I was thinking if I could help, but Bada is too busy, so I can't help you get murdered.
Why are you my op all the time?
Well, no, it's because it's Chimecho. It's the 1 week with Chimecho. That's why it's not.
Oh, I see.
You're off. It's me being Chimecho's #1 supporter.
Hmm.
Even though he flippin' dropped it.
Once upon a time, I helped a Chimecho get 6-0 in a week. It got 6 kills, 0 deaths.
Jesus.
So I'm also a Chimecho supporter.
So this is low-key, like... What's his name? This is low-key...
Rutra.
No, James Beck's draft from the Wolfie League, but like worse.
I don't have that opened, but I'll take your word for it.
Let me take a look.
It had Vivian, it had Mega Blastoise, it had Serena.
Some clear inspiration.
Yeah, James Beck's team is Mega Blastoise, Dragapult, Mega Lucario, Rotom Heat, Vivian, Snorlax, Serena, Aromatisse, Hisuian Samurai, and Espathra. I can see why.
Wow, that's way better.
There's a lot of overlapping pieces. Mainly the Blastoise, the Vivian, and the Serena, which those pieces are good together since Blastoise helps protect them.
Yeah, but also consider that James Beck is like 0 for 4.
Yeah.
That is true.
Also,
Beck is not doing great.
That tier list is interesting, to say the least. So, yeah, a lot of things like there's no way that Espathra would be that cheap next season.
Yeah.
Anyways, you can get into it, Lukey.
So I have not seen anyone use Raichu X. It's also like, okay, you got Raichu X to stop you from clicking Sleep Powder. Like.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that anti-synergy.
And then you can use Rage Powder to redirect Earthquake away from Raichu X. Yep.
That'll go well.
That'll go well.
Missed that. What was the anti-synergy? Sorry.
Electric Terrain plus Sleep Powder, and then Rage Powder Flying type plus guy is weak to Earthquake.
Yeah.
I like Aegislash though. That's my goat.
Mm-hmm.
I think the team has like all the Pokemon are kind of defensive, which is nice. I feel like Aegislash is a great Mon generally, but it's always like here's my Mon on this team to fix all my problems, and Aegislash doesn't really fix any problems on this team. He's just another good Pokemon. I don't know. That's just how I feel about Aegislash. None of the Pokemon on this team are bad. They're all good. Like even the low tier guys. I feel like, yeah, there's nothing below 4 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a team. It's a draft team for sure. It can do things.
A team of all time.
Themes and such. I'll put it in A.
All right. Which one is this? Is it Staraptor? It's the Staraptor one, right?
This is the
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
Yeah.
The
the town. Is
Miami
Toronto?
Staraptors, I think.
Miami.
I don't know what it is. It's got the Miami color scheme to me because it's purple. Anyways,
Okay.
on to Alex.
Okay. So I'm gonna start with the positives, and that would be the speed tiering of this team is fucking impeccable. I don't think that there's any large speed gaps anywhere on the team.
Mm.
There is some good defensive synergy. Blastoise covers a lot of the mons that are fire weak. Let's see. Like, yeah, you have some really good fire resist in Goodra and Blastoise. Goodra is one of the best Bolt Beamers in the league, which Raichu actually does help with as well. You can use Raichu to boost Goodra's own output, electric-wise. I don't know why you'd need to do that. Belly Bolt is really good, generally, for a low-tier pick. I do like the fact that this team has a solid Tailwind mode. The problem is that you can't use both Mega Pidgeot and Blastoise at the same time. So your fastest Tailwind setter is not usable at the same time as your other strong offensive spread move Mega. And then just Vivian kind of needs Sash, or Vivian is good. I think it was really expensive for what it is. 14 points for a Pokemon that requires Focus Sash basically every week is not great. It's kind of limited to being a support Pokemon as well. It doesn't really have that much offensive capabilities outside of spamming Compound Ice Hurricane. And then, yeah, I don't really know about the Raichu pick on this team either. Just like
I will say, high key, Vivian does not need Sash every week. It also has Friend Guard. It's not just a Compound Eyes bot.
I agree with that. With the Compound Ice part, at least.
You can run Scarf. Be silly. You can run like Citrus Berry or a Type Resist Berry if you need.
Let's be real. It's Charity Berry 99% of the time if it's not Sash or Scarf.
Does Charity Berry even let it survive stuff though?
Rock Slide, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the one.
Not very strong.
Rock Slide, so you can live like Rock Slide plus a neutral attack.
I think I don't have a ton of extra thoughts on the team besides that. It's not like super well rounded. There's definitely some. I think the fact that there are 0 dark resists on the entire team and 2 weaknesses is a big issue. Like the fact that you can just spam dark moves into this team is not okay. You have multiple ghost weaknesses and only 1 immunity. You have so many ground weaknesses and only 2 Pokemon that are immune. You have, oh man, Ice type is a big issue. You don't have, honestly, actually, no, that's another thing. Like, no, never mind. There are some good defensive tools like Wide Guard on this team. Serena does prevent Fake Out, which is nice. Yeah, I think if I had to rank this one, I'm probably going with like A tier as well. Like, it's got some solid aspects to it, but it's got some pretty gaping holes as well.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of what was said so far. I will point out a couple things. One, I think, actually, I realized I like Raichu X on this team after a while, and the reason I like it is because you're not actually megaing the Raichu like ever. It's just here as like, Vivian has the Sash most of the time, so there's no point in giving it to Raichu a lot of the time. Like most of the time, you're gonna be like, all right, Raichu, you're a Sash guy or you're a Mega guy. So it's like I guess choosing a Mega is fine if it's the same cost because it was the same cost. And it's like, sure, it can Lightning Rod for the 2 different Electric Weak Megas, which is cool. As Lukey had mentioned with Pikachu before, though, that's like not that valuable in this format. No one drafted Raichu Y. No one drafted like Jolteon. A lot of like the scary Electric types aren't on the team, and as a matter of fact, 2 of the better Electric types are on this team. So, like, and then you're dealing with Rotom, who oftentimes clicks Electroweb or Discharge. So Lightning Rod is good, but it's not like going to stop you from taking damage. I think like overall my main like if I had a complaint with this team is that there's no specialists. Everyone on this team is just a generalist, and like having a bunch of generalist Pokemon can be good, especially if you're like if you know exactly how to train each of them every week, you can get a ton of value from having a generalist team. That's generally the playstyle I prefer. But I think it's like it is notable to not have any specialists really. Like the only thing I'd call a specialist on this team is Vivian. It's like a support specialist, but like everything else in this team is like hybrid role, which means that none of them, you know, master, what's it called, jack of all trades, master of none, is like the how I describe a lot of the Pokemon on this team. And like there's nothing inherently wrong with that, but like it's something to note. It's something that like you're going to have to fight that aspect of your team a little bit, and I think that holds it back from being like anywhere higher than like A tier. I do think A tier is fair though. There's a lot of good Pokemon here. Oh, and the high end speed tiers are like exclusively megas. So like Raichu is, like I said, it is pretty usable outside of its mega, but if you're using it outside its mega, you probably have to max out in the bulk since you don't have Focus Sash, which means that you're not actually going to be hitting that 110 speed tier, or you'll be hitting that 110 speed tier and then dying in one hit. And then Pidgeot is abysmal outside of its mega, so you're probably not going to use that on your fast mode either. And then Arcanine, again, another Pokemon who really likes to bulk out, so even though it does have the fast mode, I'm not sure that it'll actually ever use it that well. That's my main complaint. So yeah, those are the things that keep it out of A tier, but I agree with all the positive traits. A lot of these Pokemon are good. They're generalists, so all of them are able to do other things, you know. Arcanine can be a Life Orb attacker, or it can be a Morning Sun Will-O-Wisp bot. You know, Goodra can be an Iron Defense Body Press guy, or he can just be a 3-attack special attacker. That sort of thing. I think there's at least 3 good Scarfers. Yeah, Iron Defense Body Press is a big set on it, because you run like Hydration Rest with Rain Dance Vivian. And then, yeah, I that's another thing. It's like this is kind of a rain team, and I wish we had a slightly better setter than Viv. I don't. That's like a minor complaint, though. Honestly, it's a pretty minor complaint. But yeah, I like this team. A tier. A tier seems fine. A tier is good. All right, we're moving on to Jack's team since we all agreed on where that one went. Take us away, Lukey. Speaking of the jack of all trades.
It's my favorite guy. It's Delphox. This is my world's team. Wait, actually,
you have Medicham on your world's team.
wait, like kind of literally though. It also has Samurott on it, bro.
You're bringing Samurott to worlds? That'd be so sick.
Probably.
Wow.
Sure.
I can see it.
I like that guy.
Yeah. I need to keep tweaking team stuff, but Samurott's like good.
You better be using Night Slash and not Ceaseless Edge.
I am using Night Slash. I listen, I already I just lost the one game that I played today for doing my dailies to missing the only heat wave I clicked. Listen.
Anyways.
Also, Ceaseless Edge like doesn't do anything if all your Pokemon are fast because you just break the slash before they can like.
Yeah.
I know Medicham has like sauce to it, which it doesn't get to. How much points was Medicham?
10.
Okay, I expected it would be cheaper because it has no sauce in VGC, but it has sauce in existing.
It's not as frail as it is in VGC. Recover.
We can actually afford the bulk sometimes. 100.
No. You can't run Cosmic Power Recover Medicham.
I don't think anyone is running that.
You can run bulk up.
Whimsicott is nice for the fact of you would get your Delphox set up and then they try to outspeed you and then you just click Tailwind and you say fuck you.
Yeah.
Except there's like no I guess you have Scrafty is the only thing that you have for helping Delphox get set up. And Ariados. Yeah, you really need a redirector for Delphox. You can't leave it alone.
Audino also has heal pulse and stuff. That's like the cleric on this team.
Okay, but like it's not Mega Audino, so it just dies.
No, it doesn't. Audino has stats.
It has stats?
It has defensive stats.
It's 103, 88.
If you're maxing its bulk every week.
Yeah,
you just do this every week.
It also gets Regenerator.
Yeah, you just do this every week, and then you just click like...
Helping Hand. Oh, true. What's its speed stat? It's not that slow, is it?
It's 50, which is slow enough then to be like slower than stuff like Sylveon and Trick Room, but yeah. That's like the set that you run every week, or one of these moves gets replaced with like an attacking move so you don't get walled by taunt. But yeah. Something like that.
does get slow encore, which is interesting.
With your 2 fast
Low-key,
encores.
I'm never a Dragalgi believer.
Aw.
I think that is ass. I'm sorry.
I mean, it does get walled by steel types, so I guess, but like, putting
It does
Dragald
get flamethrower, right?
Yeah, it gets Fire Blast, I
But, like,
think.
it doesn't
Wait, no,
have
it doesn't.
adaptability
It doesn't get that.
flamethrower. It does 2 damage.
I ran Dragauds last season. It does not get any good coverage moves. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, there's no point in running its coverage moves, is the real thing.
Scald.
Focus miss.
Maybe. Did it lose Scald?
No, it has Scald still. Focus
Like,
miss.
why are you clicking it?
Yeah.
Focus miss. Mud slap. Mud shot. There you go. Fuck ground type. Fuck fire types or steel types. Sorry.
It does get Thunderbolt.
That doesn't help versus steals, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't have anything to deal with its issues. But putting it next to things like Diggersby or Delphox or Metacham.
Corviknight is a good, like, here's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Corviknight is a good Pokemon, but who is Corviknight supporting? Because
I think it's
like, I feel like Corviknight is like a bulky. He's just a bulky stat, like, Tailwind Setter guy. Like, he doesn't have to be a Tailwind Setter, but like,
I feel like it's a win con
that's what
piece
he's
on this
kind of
team.
for.
On this team, it's like bulk up roost kind of set every week. You just run like bulk up roost brave bird coverage move like body press, iron head, or power trip, and you just do that every week. It's here because like I think the idea is like this guy, this guy, and this guy. I'll do like 1 billion damage, and then they like kill 2 things, and then it's like, oh, everything that beats Gworf is dead. I think that's the idea.
I'm not sold on this team.
Hmm.
I think I would have to see it in like the actual weeks to be sold on it.
Do you know Diggersby stats?
They're not very good.
They're good defensively, and then it has huge power.
Okay, but like, yeah, well, yeah, because I guess you take Heat Wave plus huge power Earthquake, so it.
Diggersby is also a very solid Scarfer.
Poor man's Garchomp.
Yeah,
Poor man's
Garchomp. It's the same tier as Basculegion speed-wise. Like that's a good Scarfer.
Mm-hmm.
Can you go to the tier list? Can you make a tier in between A and B? Can you name it mixed state in parentheses bros? Yeah, that's about fine. Yeah, put him there.
A tier for Lukey is difficult.
What did you want to name this tier, Lukey?
Mixed state bros. Well, no, the bros has to be in parentheses with a ...
What does this mean?
Also change the color to purple.
Oh wait, is this? Sure, Lukey, you do you. I'm gonna delete this by the time we finish the tier list, so you know. All right.
That's my.
What do you think of the Mixed State Bros team, Alex?
What do I think of the Mixed State Bros team? Yeah. So there is technically 3 Trick Room setters. I don't think you should ever be setting Trick Room with Delphox in any context ever. But
Coward.
Whimsicott is like not the worst Trick Room setter ever. It can really catch people off guard if you're not expecting it. I think that this team has a lot of good support pieces with Ariados, Whimsicott. Audino is really good for the point value that it's at, just because of the moves that it gets, and the fact that it'll usually take at least 1 hit.
Usually 2.
What's that?
Usually 2 hits, because it has like Citrus Berry almost always.
Yeah, Citrus Regenerator is just really nice for it. 103, 86 is very, very good bulk. I'm kind of partway agreeing with Lukey, where Dragalge definitely has some problems, and it is not an excellent Trick Room Pokemon because it gets hard-walled by Steel types, who are often not that fast. However...
These are both walled by Steel.
Yeah, the slowest mons on the team and Audino are all walled by Steel, so Scrafty is the only one that isn't walled by steel, and
Low
it's
key,
not.
what does this team do into King Gambit other than desperately try to land a sacred sword with
Plus combat was crafty. You just run Moxie or Shedskin. You don't have to run Intimidate.
And then I run a Supreme Overlord. GG, shake my hand.
But
King
yes,
Gambit uses
crafty.
play rough. Yep. It definitely gets
Crafty
that.
Metacham with a little bit of bulk. It can deal with King Gambit. Diggersby, if you run it bulky, can deal with King Gambit. There's not zero answers to King Gambit on this team. It definitely struggles a bit with it, especially considering you are not able to run Intimidate easily with Scrafty against King Gambit, the one King Gambit team in the league. Let me see. Like, I think offensively it covers itself well, and I think out of all the types that it's weak to, flying is the only issue. There are not a lot of good flying types on the board right now, and then ice isn't really that big of an issue because Delphox is actually really good on the special defensive side, and Samurott is not, but like you can technically take a hit from an ice type, no problem. It has a really good Frost Last matchup, for example. But yeah, it's 65 step. It's not taking that many hits. Like you will probably lose to a nasty plotted Frost Last, even if it doesn't have Thunderbolt.
Just checking, but yeah, keep going.
Like, I don't know. There are definitely some gaps on this team as well. Again, I think that the Trick Room mode of the team is just not all there. The slowest mons are just all either support or can't hit a specific type. And then I think having double Psychic Megas just isn't great, and while Samurott helps to cover the Ghost weakness that you have across those two, it's not really patched particularly well because like a lot of like for example Gengar does get Dazzling Gleam, and is it only one team that has a Gengar, or is it
Yeah, no one drafted base Gengar.
Nobody drafted base? Okay, so yeah, it's just one team with Mega Gengar, and that team, like, I don't know.
That is the team in the room with us, Alex.
Is the team in the team isn't not mine, but
You talk shit about my team. I would like to say
I'm not
that
talking shit about your team.
We'll talk about your
I'm
team
well,
saying
if you guys
later.
want to, feel
Yours is
free.
next. Yours is
Jack's
next.
team.
Yours is next.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say that I was gonna put my team in B minus, but there's no B minus.
I don't believe in
and so
minus
I would
categories.
like to.
I don't believe in
Well,
minus.
I would like to suggest a unmixed state (parentheses bruh) underneath B plus that I can put mine in.
Don't give Lukey ideas.
Yeah.
We'll get to it when we get to it. We gotta do Jax first.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good.
I do kind of struggle to see, like, Lukey talked about what the fuck Corviknight's doing on this team. I agree that it probably is, like, best used as a stat block mon that just can't really die, and it's just an endgame kind of mon. But, like, a lot of its value comes from its bulk instead of Tailwind, so I think for 12 points, I don't like Corviknight on this team, but it is a nice stat block. It's like your only flying resist on the instances where you actually do need a flying resistance. I can't really think of anything else positive or negative about this team. I think going to here, I actually think it's I don't agree with the tier name, but I agree generally that it's somewhere between A and B plus. It's
pick one because
it's definitely not bad, but it has some pretty big holes that could be patched. If Jack does have one more free agency trade, yes?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he only made the one. I think Jack does have a lot of room to improve the team. If he can just get like one really good Trick Room on to put next to Autono, then he might be in a better position.
I will say real quick, the reason I don't believe in minus tiers is because I think a B minus is a cope C plus, and I think the same thing is true of a A minus being a cope B plus.
That's real.
Because plus is like I feel positively about this team in the tier, and then A is like regular is just like okay, this team is this tier. You know, it's like when I say something is A plus, I'm saying like I think this is better than the teams in A, but I think it's not S. So if minus to me just kind of muddles that more than it needs to.
Kind of does, yeah.
And adds more tiers for Lukey to put teams into, so we have to not do that.
So what are your thoughts on the team?
Oh yeah, I guess I have to do that. I like the fast mode real good. Fast mode's really scary actually. I think like these four, if you just bring like these four to every match, you'll be pretty well set. You just like click Sunny Day, Heat Wave, or Fake Tears, Heat Wave, and then nuke something, and then like have Diggersby as well as an option if your opponent doesn't have good tailwind, and just click like yeah, just GG Shake My Hand, Scarf, Earthquake, Heat Wave turn 1, good luck. You know, like it's a very straightforward game plan, but it works well. Samurot's a pretty good cleaner as well, so that's a good option. Truthfully speaking, I don't think Metacham comes that often, just because like a lot of what Metacham can do, Scrafty does better. Like what I would love to see is like Metacham switched out for like a good Trick Room Mega. I don't know, something like a Crabominable Mega would be cool on this team maybe. Something like that, something like
that
Nuclear and Trick Room.
It kind of overlaps what you want Metacham doing. It does remove a fake out mob from the team, but you have Scrafty anyway.
Yeah.
Much better fake out mob to begin with. I think if Jack made that trade, I'd be like genuinely really scared of this team.
I think Crab is cheaper than Crab specifically is not necessarily what you have to do, just some Trick or Mega. But yeah, this would be an easy swap Crab for that.
Like yeah, it'd be a really easy swap because it's the same point value. It's really strong. It gives you some ice coverage.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I think that'd be a cool trade. So something like that where you just get a Trick Room attacker, ideally a secondary Mega.
Yeah.
I mean, Steelix Mega is overpriced, but it might fit the bill as well. Something of that nature.
I genuinely think that Crabominable would fix the dynamics of this team pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's worse defensively, but who cares if your offense is so scary?
Yeah, if your offense can just cleave through everything, who cares?
Yeah, so that's my thoughts. I think I would put it in B plus. I would put it. I think it's better than Bada's team. I don't think it's on the same level as Reacher's team though.
No.
And now I'm going to delete this because Lukey's difficult.
I think to clarify though, I think that Jack's team would be an A or I don't think quite an A plus. I think with the Crab trade, it would be an A.
Yeah, easy A. I don't know. It would be above Reacher's team if it had Crab. I think. I haven't thought about the dynamics of that exactly, but it would be nice. I think that would also add the only wide guard user. I don't think Scrafty gets wide guard, so that'd be nice. Wide guard's always nice to have.
Crab is a wide guard user. You're right.
Yeah, and he clicks Ice Hammer, so after one turn he's like slower than everything in Trick Room because no one drafted Torkoal, as Lukey said. And no one drafted anything.
Even after one Ice Hammer, it's slower than Torkoal, I think.
I don't know, but in any case, it would be the slowest thing in Trick Room easily after one Ice Hammer. Like, for instance, Drampa might be hard for this team, so that's something to think about. Like, I have Kingambit and Drampa. I feel like Jack's going to struggle with that matchup. So having something like a Crabominable that just nukes both of those things is very nice. So yeah, that's like, so far we've only recommended like 2 trades because there's like very simple solutions. I think that being said,
Crabominable is slower than Torkoal.
Okay, cool. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Jack is going to keep Metacham because it's the mascot pick. I think that's the long and short of it. Jack, I talked to Jack about this team, and Jack said like, yeah, I wanted to draft a Metacham team, but I ended up just drafting a Delphox team that has Metacham on it. So it's like, yeah, that's a pretty accurate description of this team. All right, so we're on to the Gworflers, which I still need to make a logo for. I'm sorry, Gworf. All right, Lukey, take us away.
Okay. Gworf. Gworf. Gworf,
you Scorf Blast.
Hello.
Gworf.
I'm in the middle of cooking salmon, so I may not say anything. But tear it up, please.
Yeah, let's go A plus.
Alright, Lukey, you want to elaborate instead of just saying Gworf like 10 times?
No.
Do you have any critique?
You want me to leave? I'll leave. I don't know. Here, I'll just leave.
No.
Lukey,
No.
Lukey, come on. Committing to the bid is cool.
You judged my team with me in the call. Come on.
Should I critique my own team, and then Lukey will feel more comfortable critiquing my team?
Maybe, I don't know. Ask Lukey. That's Lukey's.
No. I mean, that's my thoughts on it.
Gworf, A plus.
Yeah, it doesn't really have like much of a Trick Room thing, but it's got enough Pokemon that can like stall out Trick Room, kind of. Like, again, like just having Incineroar, it all helps with that. I don't know. It's got Vileplume. Like, there's also the stupid bulky Vileplume strength set that was going around the ladder that could happen here.
Wasn't that a
Doesn't
glue?
necessarily have to be a chlorophyll guy. But yeah, there is the chlorophyll option. So just sleep powder, go to hell, right?
Pocket sand. Ah.
Everyone's gonna assume like you have to prep for two things. You have to prep both for actual Perish Trap and just Gengar doing damage.
That's sleep powder.
Yeah. Noivern, I don't really like. I guess he's a Tailwind guy, right? And it's like, okay, I can have him for Tailwind, but I feel like the team is already pretty fast, right? Like,
is it? There's one mon over 100.
2 base 100s. You have how many priority users? Just Palafin.
Mamoswine with Ice Shard.
Yeah, but like comparatively, I mean, comparatively to like.
Are you bringing Absol though?
I feel. No. I don't know. Okay, Absol can do things like.
Sure.
It's a bit of
like if you just need a dark type. Oh well, I guess you have it, Senor.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Also, Decidueye learned Sucker Punch, so it's not like it could even do that uniquely.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely learned Sucker Punch.
No, Decidueye learned Sucker Punch, is what I'm saying.
Oh.
It also wants Icy Wind. You could Scarf it.
You'll definitely do that.
I will.
I think there are better Icy Wind Scarf Pokemon on this team.
Yeah,
well, this is the one I have.
Right there.
These stats are interesting.
I don't want to do that. I want to ask you.
I don't know. I just like all the Pokemon.
So Lukey puts this in A+, is what I'm hearing?
I didn't say A+.
Yes, you did. You said A+.
You did say A+, actually.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
A.
You said Gworf, A+.
A+.
You guys are making shit up.
No,
You're so bad at gaslighting.
Recording later.
Yeah. I got you in not 4K, probably like 720. Alright. Alex's turn to talk about this team. Hopefully.
Okay, fine. Fuck you. Put it in A+ above Alex. Okay.
Yeah. A+.
Sure. Alex, your turn.
What I have to say about this team is we love Supreme Leader Gworf. He has done no wrong, and this is an S+ tier team.
Hold on.
Praise be.
There we go. Excellent.
There we go. Alright. Okay,
let me delete this stupid bit. It's gonna take a minute to delete.
Bit more serious of a moment here. I think we talked about this in call the other night a little bit. I definitely think this team has some really good pairs and some really good pieces. I don't necessarily know if they gel together. I think Mamo Noivern, Gengar Mamo or not
Gengar Ensign.
Gengar Ensign, Ninetales, Vileplume.
Ensign Palafin too. Yeah.
Yeah, Palafin is just kind of. Oh yeah, Palafin does work with Ensign very well. But like, I don't really understand what Altaria is doing here. I understand that it is technically a fairy attacker. But if you're looking for a Tailwind setter, Noivern does the same thing. I guess Altaria's benefit is being an anti-Weathermon, but you already have Ninetales to reset the weather to what you want it to be. It's hard to bring Ninetales and Palafin to the same game, which is fine, I guess, because you have a second fire type in Ensign if you want a defensive fire type that works with Palafin. I guess the one thing that is really nice about having Altaria is that you do have a second target until it Mega Evolves to click Earthquake next to with Mamoswine. Nothing else on the team really wants to stomach that at all. This team does have a pretty notable ground weakness.
Levitate Gengar, I miss you.
Yeah, you literally just have Noivern and Altaria. You have, 3 weaknesses and a resist. Decidueye is a soft resist, because it does have okay bulk.
It's actually pretty good bulk, it's just that its typing is bad.
It's really bad typing, and it's going to get outsped by something that can KO it usually. Can we go back to the prep doc?
Snap back to reality.
So there are no Trick Room setters on this team, unless I'm mistaken. Is Gengar a Trick Room setter?
Gengar is a Trick Room setter. 130 base speed Trick Room.
Your fast Frailmon is a Trick Room setter, which means that you kind of leave Decidueye out in the just out in the middle of nowhere. Like, Decidueye is okay in Tailwind, but it's far from the fastest thing that you can get in it, and you really need speed advantage with Decidueye to make the most of its damage output. Because, okay, yeah, Triple Arrows is a fucking insanely broken move, but getting that move into position with as terrible of a type as it is really, really hard. I don't know if the Vileplume Sleep Powder mode gives a ton of value to this team because there's not a ton of Pokemon that love setting up on this team. You have Calm Mind, Ninetales, I guess. Like, you could do Bulk Up Instant if you're insane. Gengar gets Nasty Plot, I guess.
Instant gets Nasty Plot.
Yes, it does. I guess it has a usable special attack set too, I think.
Ninetales gets Nasty
also
Plot.
Gets Sword Dance and Baton Pass.
That is true. That is very true.
And Nasty Plot Baton Pass.
You're gonna Baton Pass to the Boomburst Palafin.
Yeah. That's it. You flip turn, and then you switch into Instant, and then you set up, and then you Baton Pass, and then Palafin is big and ready to go. I do think that, like, the Altaria and the Absol are funny for Perish Trap mode, but how often are you actually going to take advantage of that? And one of the other things that I think that this team is lacking for a Perish Trap mode is truly good slow Pokemon other than Incineroar. Like, for instance, a lot of the successful Perish Trap teams of the past have been using, like, Amoonguss as, like, your, oh yeah, if it's 2v2 and I Perish Song, I still win as long as I keep my Mons alive. And Amoonguss is almost always going to be the slowest Mon on the field. And I know it's hard to get, like, a really, really good slow Mon in this format, especially one that synergizes with Perish Trap particularly well. But yeah, I think that this team is solid, but it has a little bit of anti-synergy that I don't particularly... Does that get soundproof?
Bastiodon!
Bastiodon? Okay.
Not a serious suggestion.
I think that this team is an A tier. Honestly, like, if I'm grading it objectively, I think this is very much an A tier team. It has some very, very, very solid pieces, and it has multiple angles that it can approach any match with. But there are some pretty glaring, like, anti-synergies within the team. Even if it has some good pairings.
So you put this in A tier, and Lukey puts this in A+ above your team specifically. Do you put it above or below Ridges?
I might just pulled up, so I gotta go. But I will say, I rate my team at B-, like I said. I think it really wants to be a
don't worry,
strong team, but also really wants to be a...
I will be an advocate.
Really wants to do it. Wait, but you're talking what?
I'll be an advocate for your B-. It's okay.
I think I would put it above, but I also don't remember anymore.
Okay, bye, friends.
Bye, Gworf.
Later.
Bye.
Okay, my turn. It's my turn now. So let's go over the positives. Gengar is the best fairy deleter in the game, so having a fairy weakness is kind of like this. This is probably the least bad a fairy weakness has ever been in terms of, like, oh no, I have to kill them with Gengar. Like it's fine.
It's also like not even really a fairy weakness.
If you're not bringing Dragapult or
not, like, should not be counted.
yeah. We'll get into this. All
the fairy weak mons are very
I like the Genjar. I think Noivern's a pretty good value pick. I think it was like, what was it, like 7 points? Let me check.
7,
yeah. For 7 points, 8 points. For 8 points, like 123 base speed Tailwind, especially in champions where, like, higher speeds are kind of rare. Pretty good. Frisk is great ability. Super Fang's a super useful support move, especially for Pokemon like Mamoswine, where it's like just doing 50% of something means it will probably die to Earthquake. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I think there's a lot of great damage output on this team. Like, that's his best trait, is just having a lot of damage. And then, like, Incineroar is a great, like, support piece. Things I don't like. Let's go through the list. I think there's like 3 dead picks on this team. Technically, I would say like 3, 2.5, depending on how you feel about Altaria. But I think Decidueye, Absol don't ever do anything that no your other Pokemon can't do. Decidueye is your only fighting type, but this team doesn't really need fighting coverage. It helps with dark types, but like, I don't know. You have a fairy type Mega to do that. You have an Incineroar to do that. I feel like dark types you just Parasong on a lot of the time, and like the raw damage output means like most dark types is gonna fold. No one has like Umbreon or something like that. I think like it would be nice to see some like a more consistent fighting type. Maybe something like Conkeldurr. I don't know how expensive it is. I think it's cheap. Yeah, you could probably get that with the points from Decidueye. How much is Decidueye Hisui? Yeah, Decidueye Hisui is 5. So like, you could get something better. I think there's like Passimian. There's like Phalanx Mega would be cool. There's a couple of cool options like that. I actually would really like Phalanx Mega on this team if you replaced some other stuff. Palafin is good value. Ninetales is good value. Gworf abusing his own tier list. But like I think Altaria, the fact that it shares its typing with Noivern before it megas, and then when it megas, it's like I don't think you're ever bringing base Gengar, and if you are, it's because you wanted to bring Altaria, not because it was optimal to bring Altaria. I don't think you need a second Parasong. This is like a big thing with Gengar teams. I think like if a team hard commits to Parasong with Gengar, it is bad. Because like Gengar has 170 special attack. Its main thing is being an attacker. It just also clicks Parasong. So it's like if you overcommit to that, I think it's bad. I think this is like on the border of overcommitting to it, where it's like I don't think both megas should be part of your Parastrap mode, because if you're perishing with Altaria, you either don't have trapping, so bad, or you do have trapping and then you have base form Altaria, so bad. I like a lot of the individual like 2 pairs. Like Ninetales Vileplume is good on its own. Incineroar Palafin is good on its own. Gengar Incin Palafin, a good trio. I would love to see like anything ground immune that isn't Altaria in that slot, just because like having a secondary Mega that can help deal with ground types for Gengar would be great. Like even something as simple as like Pinsir would be fine. Just like something that deals with ground types in that slot, and something that would pair well with Mamoswine as well. There's a lot of type weaknesses on this team, and that usually isn't an issue, but when you're using like Parasong, it can be an issue. So I don't think this team will actually, I don't think it'll be optimal to click Parasong that often. I think most of the time you're going to actually be just doing damage and pretending you're Parasonging, or doing damage and then clicking Parasong when they only have 2 Pokemon. And that's fine. I don't think there's an issue with that, but it doesn't feel like a Paras team. I don't know. I would probably give this team like a B+ if I was being as objective as possible. You both said A, so I'm willing to do A, but I think it's worse than Rudra's. I think it's notably worse than Rudra. I think it's notably worse than Rudra's, though. That's what I will say. I liked Rudra's like Mons a lot more. I feel like Rudra doesn't have any dead picks, and I feel like Gworf has quite a few dead picks. I'd say 3. I don't really like Altaria still, so like these 3 are dead to me. Also, small thing. I don't think you need a Chlorophyll guy with Ninetales. I think it would have been fine to just be like Incineroar plus Ninetales is your Sun mode, or like something along those lines, or like I'm pretty sure what's it called? Noivern gets Weather Ball, so that's like I guess a Sun Abuser. No, it doesn't. Never mind. It gets like Heat Wave though, right? Yeah, Flamethrower, Heat Wave.
Yeah, I guess Flamethrower, Heat Wave, Fire Blast.
Moonlight. I could do bulky Noivern.
Ooh.
I don't think it gets Fire Blast.
Actually, this gets some pretty
Solar Beam.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, Noivern is a better Pokemon than a lot of people think it is in draft. Super Fang is I think its best move in terms of like non-tailwind options. Super Fang is really useful.
It gets Switcheroo.
Yeah, I don't think you're using it, but yeah. Yeah, it's good. Cool move pool. Yeah, I think bottom of A, top of B+ is where I'd put this. So that's fine. I told Gworf I would argue B- for him, but I can't in good faith argue B-. I think that the problem with like arguing B- is that like I think Gworf will, if he's playing optimally, just bring like these 4 every single game and like have these 2 in the back. So it's like it's just Mamoswine and like Mamoswine Instant lead, or like Mamoswine Noivern lead, and you just like do 1 billion damage turn 1, and then suddenly there's only 1 Pokemon healthy enough to deal with Gengar, and you click Parasong on that Pokemon, and it's like, oh well, damn, GG. There's a lot of damage output. I like that about this team.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to Tanner. It's time to Tanner. The other freestyler.
My one thought about this team is, why is there a Garganacl?
What does he even do? And he wasn't even that cheap.
Like,
he cost 5
what
points.
does he even do?
He cost 5 points, by the way, so he's not like super cheap.
Yeah, like what does he? Surely there are better Mons for 5 points.
For sure.
We can look at that real quick.
Was one of the worst 5-pointers.
I would have accepted Chimeco Mega over Garganacl.
Like actually though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have a second Mega. He could easily pick up Chimecho and be fine.
Ground immune Mega that is neutral to fighting for T-Tar.
Yeah, like that's a guy that you can EQ next to with your other guy, right?
Who says no to 3 steel types?
Yeah, nobody says no. It's a good
one of them
type,
being
right?
immune to ground, which is a problem for his team. He has so many ground weaknesses.
Anyways, if you want to continue, Lukey, sorry. Didn't mean to hijack. Silence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's no redirectors left that exist, right?
Clefable is 11 points and very accessible.
Yeah.
Clefable Mega is also
Left
accessible at 10.
Pretty good on this team.
How much is Clefable Mega?
10. Clefable is 11,
10?
Mega is 10. And you have 1 Mega, so there's no real reason to not run Clefable Mega.
So you would get back 4 from Garganackle. How much is Mr. Rhyme?
Reminder, Tanner's the only person with points available, so he has 2 extra points right now. So
he has 2 extra points.
So yeah. So like if you got rid of Zoroark and Garganackle, you could afford that.
Garganackle. Yeah. Bro, just get rid of Zoroark and Garg and get Clefable.
Yeah. I don't think having 2 fairy types is ever a bad thing. It's like, oh no, 2 of the best typing.
How much is Zoroark? Is it 7?
6 points for Zoroark.
6 points, so you can get 8 points back from that. You have 10 to work with. You pick up Clefable.
Yeah, you don't even have to get rid of Garg if you really don't want to.
Okay, but like get rid of Garg.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like mathematically, you don't have to.
Also, what's down at?
Hmm?
Because you get 4. You would need, so you'd have 2, 3, 4.
Lukey's learning how to count.
13 points left.
No.
13 points is a lot to work with. You could pick Clefable Mega, and then you could also pick a 3-pointer.
Mm-hmm. And there's quite a few good 3-pointers.
No, you'd have 11.
Hmm?
No, because he has 2 points extra.
Yeah, but you
2
need
points
to
extra. Get rid of Garg and Zoroark, which is 11 points.
Oh, but one of them would get replaced.
Yeah, so you'd spend like presumably 10 points on Clefable or 11 points on Clefable and have 2 or 3 for your next pick.
Wait. Go back to the sheet. Go back to. I need to do some math. Hold on.
Oh my.
Know like the points.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lukey is learning how to add 3 numbers together right now.
No, I'm bad at math. Okay, like.
It's okay.
Listen. So we would need 11, right? And then we would have 5. That 16. So you'd get 5. So go back to the sheet.
Oh, this one or this one?
Yeah, the draft thing.
Type chart.
Well, I don't know. Regardless, I feel like does Mr. Rhyme do anything? Does he do anything?
He has Fake Out, Trick Room.
Fake Out.
He
has Fake Out.
He has Freeze Dry. Yeah. That's a move you like.
Oh, true.
He's the only other Freeze Dry user that's drafted. It's him and Ninetales.
Yeah. Anyway, just get rid. And you would have You would have 3 points for
something.
Garganackle, whatever you're replacing Garganackle with.
Phalanx Mega. I'm just gonna say put Phalanx Mega in every team. There's a couple options, like Vaporeon's probably not bad.
Oh my god, you keep running away. I can't look at
sorry.
the tier list. You keep running away from everything, bro.
ADHD.
I'm trying to be a good host so they can see the team. Aurora, double weather mode.
It's not updated though, because like Quack got taken.
Yes, but that's for week 2, so it's for week 1. It's not updated yet.
The draft documents being kept the same so that people can check on people's week 1 teams.
But like back to Tanner's sheet. Okay, I don't know. Like you could make some changes because I feel like also Trevenant is a good Pokemon. You could get Trevenant and then you'd be able to drop Superior and maybe get something faster. I don't know if there are any faster Pokemon than Superior. I don't know. Like this team should have Clefable. This team should have Clefable.
Mm-hmm.
My opinion.
Clefable tier.
Let's go A above Rudra.
Okay. What about you, Alex?
So yeah, as I've been prepping for this team week 1, I've definitely noticed the gigantic fucking weakness to ground. It is a huge problem for this team. The only immunity is Rotom, your only resist is Superior. And that just leaves a lot of your best mons as just kind of being open to Earthquake, open to like
Science.
Yeah.
Just Mold Breaker, Earthquake
yeah,
yourself.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah,
continue.
you can
Sorry.
Earthquake yourself. Yeah, it's genius. But then like, I think that one of the issues, like, I don't really know if top heaviness in a draft team is necessarily an issue. But you're right when everybody's saying is like, yeah, Zoroark and Garganacl are just fucking dead picks. There is like Mr. Rime has Trick Room and has Fake Out, but what are you actually using those options for? Like, your Trick Room mode is Garganacl. Nothing is below base 70 otherwise.
Well,
The Trick
base
Room
T-Tar
mode
is 61. Base T-Tar
yeah,
61.
the Trick Room mode is your
base
opponent has
T-Tar.
Tailwind.
Yeah.
Also, like, yeah, Mr. Rime's not a bad Pokemon. Like, it's fine.
No,
You
I'm
don't
not
need to
saying
drop
Mr.
it.
Rime is bad. I'm saying that there's no Trick Room mode on this team besides Tyranitar base form.
But like, it doesn't matter that there isn't.
Better stats than fucking Indeedee. Obviously, Indeedee's a better Pokemon, but like the stats aren't bad, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter that there's no Trick Room mode on this team because it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
The Trick Room mode is your opponent's team is faster because that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter, genuinely.
Mm-hmm.
There's also like the only other form of speed control on this team though is Rotom Electrowave.
Glare Superior.
Like Glare and
Thunderwave Tinkaton, yeah. Rock Tomb Tauros. Icy Wind Zoroark, I guess.
That's true.
Okay,
I
but
agree
like,
with what y'all are saying. Clef needs to be on this team.
Yeah.
okay, but like, it doesn't matter though because you have Sandstream, you
Sexy
have Scarf,
Drill.
right? And if your opponent wants to outspeed you, then they have to set up Tailwind. And if you set up Tailwind, then you have Trick Room. Like, also like these bitches don't take damage. These guys are all fat asses.
I don't know if that's true for Excadrill, but yeah.
No, Excadrill's. If you invest in Excadrill, it can be okay.
Yeah, but you're not going to. Yeah, but you're not going to.
And also, if you have Clefable, you know, if you put Clefable on this team, it'd be extra fat asses.
Yeah, Clefable has Life Dew and Follow Me, so it's even harder to deal with this annoying nonsense. So where'd you put this, Alex? Or if you have more to say, sorry.
I'm trying to think if there's anything more to say about the team. Like, no, I don't really think that there's that big of an issue. One thing that I do think is really good. I like Tink and I like Superior here. They cover a lot of what T-Tar Excadrill don't like. Or like they cover each other very well because like Superior covers the water types that the other two really don't particularly like. And then Tinkaton is also covered by that. There's a fire weakness between Tinkaton and Superior that Excadrill and T-Tar laugh in the face of.
I mean, if it's faster, Excadrill laughs in the face of.
Like, Tauros is really nice to check the physical damage because that's like kind of the easiest way to break through T-Tar somehow. There's yeah, Mega T-Tar has insane physical defense, but the fact that 120 SPDF is multiplied by Sand SPDF boost is fucking insane, and it's got a good HP stat too. So like, it's so impossible to remove unless you are hitting it with a boosted attack of some kind, like Helping Hand, or a 4x super effective like Close Combat, etc. Like, it's just so hard to remove T-Tar, and it's really easy to get going. And it enables Excadrill so well. It synergizes with Rotom Heat so well. Like, yeah, there's definitely more to say positive about this team than there is to say negative. Like Sand Yuri will literally always be good, and there are so many different cores that work well with it. That like I think Tanner just drafted very well on the top heavy end, and then while he does have 2 dead picks, his top picks are so good that he doesn't really need to like vary it, except for making changes to the team that would involve pink blobs.
Hold on, I was looking for something as a reference image.
Yeah, there it is. I'd be tempted to put this. I don't know.
This one.
I don't know. I think it's either top of A or bottom of A plus. Like the dead picks really weigh it down, and if it didn't have those, I think this would be like probably the best or second best team.
Where I stand on this, I'll put it at the bottom of A plus for now. Where I stand on this is that I think if it's really is just as simple as like drop Garg and Zoroark for Clefable, and I don't care what the other mon is. You could literally have a 9-mon team and it wouldn't matter to me. Another dead pick, I don't care. You could do like a Molga, I wouldn't fucking care. Like just anything plus like there's certainly a good 3-pointer like Gourgeist as Lukey I think said earlier. Crabominable, not bad as a Trick Room attacker. Frickin' Audine Omega. It doesn't matter. It could be anything. Trevenant. I think Trevenant's just worse Gourgeist to be honest, but you could do it, especially because Harvest doesn't have as good a synergy with Sand because you can't set up Sun for it as easy.
You do get every Gourgeist for.
Yeah, you get. I mean, you just use Super 99% of the time because Super Gourgeist is super good at setting Trick Room. Like look at these stats. It's so fat. It just sits there in Trick Rooms in front of you. And then it has Frisk too, which is helpful. Anyways, enough Gourgeist Glaze. I do quite like that mon, but I think it would be one of those. There's like 3 teams in this league where I think it's just one trade away from being super good, and I think like if it made that trade, it would easily be second, and I think it would have an argument for first. I agree with that. Other than that, I think the team is good. I think top heavy drafts tend to be boring to play but very effective, where it's like, yeah, you have just like I don't know, Superior is a little weird to see, but I have seen a couple of Superiors on ladder, so like I would argue I've seen more Tinkaton than I have that. So we'll say like 5 of these are meta plus Superior. So you just have like a meta team basically. You just have a meta team with a different. You can't afford Sinisha. It's like that's what it is. A couple of these mons were overpriced, but again, who cares if a Basque Legion's overpriced if you can just like get such a good top heavy team. Price is only important if you're like in a competitive league where everyone has like similar power level teams. That's when price starts to matter. I think this team is just like leagues above the other teams in terms of just how good the top 5 synergize. I don't think anyone else has as good a top 5.
Agree.
So yeah, I would say this team is like I gave benefit of the doubt for what's it called? Whose team was second? I'm forgetting.
Logan's.
Yeah, I gave benefit of the doubt for Logan and said like he'll pick up a Trick Room setter, and that's why he ended up an A+ for me. So like I will give Tanner the benefit of the doubt and say top of A+ for me because I trust Tanner will see this and be like, oh yeah, I should grab Clefable because Clefable's super cool and epic, and I could have 2 megas. I think Tanner will say these exact words in that order, in that tone of voice, and then yeah, and then Tanner will be like, oh cool, and then do that. So it would be here. I think we can average it out to like right here or above Logan's team since Lukey said A and you said A or A+. So averaging it out right here seems about right. But again, like this team has potential to be A+, possibly S if that 3 points were spent on something really powerful. I don't know how you could do that, but maybe I could definitely see it happening. Like Crabominable would probably be my choice just because base Crabominable would be a great Trick Room attacker. Even if you have 2 ice types as your Trick Room mode, that would just still be like, it's like you can't bring Trick Room versus Crabominable because it'll just like destroy you if you click Trick Room into it.
Well, hey, guess what the team has a weakness against that ice really handles very well.
Ground. Ice punch.
Exactly.
You could even like switch Mr. Rhyme for a different Trick Room setter if it made getting crab easier. I don't know. There's ways you could tweak this.
Like having another grass type like Gourgeist or Trevenant helps with the water and ground weaknesses.
And it also helps with the fighting because I wanted to mention that like I don't think T-Tar's fighting weakness is very well managed.
It helps all 3. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like genuinely, bro.
Gorgeist or Crab, I think would both be great choices.
Wait, can you like look at this team and like look at the chart if you replaced Dark Zoro with Gourgeist?
Gourgeist is Clefable. Yeah, hold on. Gorg. We'll do Gourgeist Super since that's the one you're gonna run 90% of the time.
Yep.
It does introduce a bit of a ghost issue, but like you have T-Tar, and T-Tar does not give a
Yeah,
flying
it's kind of
about
like
ghost type.
it's like the Gengar thing where it's like, yeah, you're welcome to bring a ghost type into my Tyranitar. Also,
Yeah,
like Ghost is
genuinely-
weak to Ghost, but you have two Ghost types, so that goes both ways. And Basculegion is like the scariest Ghost type in the game, so
Yeah.
yeah, like this should be a really easy solve. And I think looking at this team, I do like the Gourgeist more than the Crab, but like looking at this team, I think I would probably give this particular variant like very top of A+. I wouldn't give it S. If Mr. Rhyme was like something slightly better, I would give it S. Yeah, yeah, good team. It would be a great team with this. Do this. Hey, jingle, jingle, jingle. Do this. All right. We're moving on to my team. Finally, finalmente. Hopefully, finishing off with a bang. I hope and pray. Lukey, be mean to me.
C tier.
Damn. This is a long pause. I'm scared.
I'm processing everything, right? I'm smelling the flowers.
What do melon be smelling?
Melon be smelling A+, bottom of A+. I don't remember where everyone is.
Do you want to look at like mine next to Logan and Alex's team to decide?
I'll put you above Banner, but
do you want to elaborate at all?
And you're above Logan, yeah.
Do you want to elaborate at all?
No.
All right, Alex, you're up.
Okay, so immediately what sticks out to me is the lack of especially strong megas. Like, yes, Durimpa is really, really solid offensively, but kind of needs Trick Room to some degree.
I don't agree, but sure.
To get going. And while you do have a good Trick Room setter in Sinistra, I don't know. Like, am I being a hater right now? I don't know.
Are you drinking the
Haterade?
Like
the only problem is like you have a pretty significant lack of speed control. Like you have Mega Scolipede using speed boost.
Scary Face Grim.
There's Scary Face Grim, there's Tailwind Staraptor, there's
Rock Tomb,
yeah,
Lycanroc.
Okay, but like with Tailwind, all your wishes are so slow that if your opponent has Tailwind, which every single team has Tailwind,
does it?
You're losing the Tailwind war.
I could have sworn one person.
It's literally only for Alligator, Staraptor, and Lycanroc that can outspeed them.
I guess all the teams do have Tailwind now. I could have swore there was like one team that didn't, but yeah, looking at it.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
Functionally, I did not have Tailwind because Scizor's got a Tailwind setter.
My team isn't trying to outspeed things, but yes.
They're best, right? Like for setting Trick Room.
It's the only Trick Room setter, yeah.
Yeah, but like also like I feel like your Pokemon are like I don't know.
There is good priority on this team. It's Grimmsnarl, Kingambit,
Lycanroc.
The problem is
and for Alligator.
Genuinely, I feel like you're gonna be running Call 9 Sinisha half your weeks. That is the vibe I get when I look at this team.
Interesting. I did consider that. It's like one of the things I was thinking about when I drafted it.
One other nice thing that you can say about this team is that nothing on this team goes down in one hit easily. Like, except for maybe Kingambit when it's not running Chopoberry.
Or behind a Reflect.
And Lycanroc. Lycanroc is also really shit defensively, but Staraptor also always dies in one hit because it's always killing itself in one hit.
Intentionally. To let it be clear.
Literally, nothing on this team easily dies to one hit. You gotta have like high base power moves or teched out mons specifically to knock some of these mons out, and it's boosted further by Reflect and Hospitality. It's very possible to let Skeledirge run away with the game. It's got a decent tail room stat. It's not like the greatest, but it's like workable.
If only it was one speed faster.
Yeah, if it
no, 6-7.
I do love the Giga Cheap weather mode. That is extremely funny, and I'm glad that somebody found a way to make Hippowdon do something.
Hippowdon's great.
Kind of.
Don't be mean to Hippowdon. He's cool.
But Trampa's really nice for anti-weather, which a lot of teams have weather. But then you also have Hippowdon, so like I guess the question just becomes: do you want to go full anti-weather or do you want to run sand because it beats specific things? So like, sand mode might help. Yeah, sand mode probably helps with Bada's team a little bit better.
Maybe after his week 1 trades. He has the Sand Force Garchomp in week 1.
Not right now. Yeah, definitely not right now. But like, and then like you've been talking about, I think Gator is like a 3-point steal. That should be a 5-pointer at bare minimum.
5?
And it shouldn't even be that low.
Okay. I was about to be a haterade on you. Hold on, I gotta undo the changes we did.
It is a very, very, very strong Pokemon.
Hold on, sorry.
Especially for this tier, and I think that 78 is an incredible Dragon Dance speed tier too. Like, it's just it's again, this is the Basket Legion speed tier. So you get one Dragon Dance, and you are hitting faster than Dragapult. That is huge. But I guess the one downside of that is that you have to be Jolly, which means that your damage output is dropping significantly. So, well, not even that significantly. You still have Shearvar's Life Orb. You're still hitting like a truck. It has a lot of decent coverage. It's not perfect coverage, but it's good enough to make it work. It's got decent natural bulk, I want to say, like
85, 183.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, out of all the 3 tiers, this is definitely like one of the best ones.
Its coverage, its main 2 coverage things are Ice Punch and Rock Slide. That's like the 2 things it runs 90% of the time.
Yeah, Ice Punch, it has Rock Slide, it has Psychic Fangs if you don't care about taking Life Orb damage.
Low Kick and Superpower.
Lash Out, Crunch. Well, Crunch is just the better dark move. You can run Iron Tail if you're insane, but
I'll hit.
Yeah, you'll just hit you'll hit 100% of the time, 75% of the time. Staraptor is just a trade monster. Anything that doesn't have above base 85 HP is just fucked against this team, and going down a mon against a lot of these other mons is not beneficial. Just because there's so much room for them to set up in front of you. There's a lot of setup opportunities on this team between Gambit, Drampaw, Sinistra, Feraligatr.
Every single thing except Staraptor has a setup move on this team, for the record.
Yeah, and I guess technically Hippowdon has Curse, yeah.
Yeah. And I think it gets Amnesia still, I don't remember. It does, yeah, so you can just become a Spit F tank.
It does, but like I don't know why to use that. I mean,
because you're win conning, that's why. Yeah, it's like this. It's like
You're
I'm just saying I'm not gonna saying I'll run that. I'm not saying I'll run that, I'm just saying you could.
Yeah, I'd put this team at an A+. I'm just not 100% sure where. I'd probably say it's better than, I think it's good right where it is. Better than Logan's for sure. I think it's I don't really have ground to say that it's better than mine or not.
You do. You can argue that. You can be self-biased. It's okay. We can put them side by side if that makes it easier. Hold on.
Yeah, I think that would help. I don't know. Like,
every draft team is weak to rock, by the way. Something I wanted to mention earlier.
Yeah,
every single draft team is weak to rock. it just happens.
It's such a good type offensively that it's hard not to be weak to rock.
Same thing with ice. A lot of teams end up weak to ice.
Wow, Logan's eating good with Hisui and Avalug right now. I think yours might be better than mine. I just think that it has a lot more setup opportunity, and it can run away with games easier than mine. Mine has a lot of upfront damage, but yours actually just has so much setup opportunity, and Staraptor enables it so well. Grimmsnarl enables it super well. Sinish is really able to keep the momentum up very effectively. It's hard to kill everything on your team. Like, I would argue that yours is probably a little bit better than mine.
Do I get to glaze myself now? Alright, so you said you would put it here. Lukey put it here, so I guess we'll have... Yeah, it's just a question of where here.
I think
So I think I can't put myself at S tier, and I won't. I don't really feel the urge to, and the reason I don't feel the urge to is my speed tiers. The speed tiers are cringe. That being said, I don't care about speed with this team. If like, I'm a big fan of the like, I don't care that I'm moving second because you can't kill me type of team, and this is definitely that category of team of like you. It's just I kind of wanted to have fun this season, and like I did draft a pretty good team. I think it's pretty evident by the fact that we're arguing over if it's first or second, and I drafted a pretty good team. I think it's a very good team because it just like it's so fat, and I think I chose two really good megas for a fat team because it's like Drampa is the epitome of move second and kill both their Pokemon. It's like the most move second and kill both their Pokemon there is, and I think it pairs almost perfectly with Sinistcha. If Ice types didn't exist, it would be a perfect combo. Because like you can redirect those fighting types, you can heal up to get a second Berserk boost. It's actually crazy how well they work together. I'm very happy with that. And I think the biggest issue with like screen setup spam is that you tend to lack two things. You lack like initial damage output, and you lack like robustness against crits because you're sitting on the field for like 20 turns. I think I did a reasonably good job of solving both of those because all of my Pokemon, I do mean all of them have good natural damage output. I don't have to invest very much to make them do good damage, and if I do invest, they do a ton of damage without setup. I think that's true for all of my Pokemon. Like even Grimmsnarl has 120 attack stat. It hits pretty hard as Spirit Breaker play rough, and like I think I have a Shell Armor Mega as one of my megas, and I think that helps a little bit with being crit weak. I won't lie, I'm still very crit weak, but like that's just gonna be true of every setup team. So getting at least some assurances against that is nice. I was gonna get Gudra for the double crit weakness thing, but I was like, oh, I can afford King Gambit. Let's do that. Because Gudra actually would have been my least offensive Pokemon, besides maybe Skeledirge, on the team. So I think getting King Gambit was a better choice.
Sinistcha plus Swords Dance, Gambit, and Screens kind of goes crazy.
It does.
You just fucking sucker punch forever.
I think if I had 3 complaints about my team, is that I'd like to have a second Trick Room setter, since Sinistcha, it's a good Trick Room setter, but I'm asking it to do a lot on this team. It has to heal things, it has to redirect, it has to Trick Room. So like it has a lot of pressure on it. And then similarly to that, I would like to have a second Fake Out user because Grimmsnarl also has a lot of pressure on it to do everything. So like, Grimmsnarl is my Fake Out user, it's my screens guy, it's my speed control a lot of the time. So it's like, there's a lot that both of those Pokemon need to do. I'm asking them to do quite a lot. I'm basically like milking them for all they're worth. And I think that a lot of weeks I'm going to end up milking too much and running dry, where it's like, I can't run Fake Out, so I end up weak to this mode or that mode,
How many points was Skeledirge? Because I feel like
4.
Like,
look at the...
and Armor Rouge is like way overpriced.
10, yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Look at my point economy and tell me that's not crazy. My point economy is really good if you ask me. I think I have the best value picks in the league by far. Like my team is just consistently value across the board. I have 2 cheap megas, and it doesn't feel like I have 2 cheap megas to me. I feel like I have 1 cheap and 1 really nice mega because Drampa was underpriced. I can't believe Drampa costs less than Scolipede, by the way.
This is the call where we looked at your team and the first words out of my mouth were, "Is there a redirector still available?"
Oh. Why? Is it because you don't want Sinistcha to have to do it all, or are you saying like versus this team? Oh, Tanner joined. I'm sorry.
No, I was at Tanner. I was talking to Tanner.
I was zoned out. My bad.
Tanner.
Hello, Tanner.
Okay.
Oh no.
It's okay.
Now I want to see.
Well,
I want to see.
You'll get to see in a second.
Okay.
We're finishing up here, and then we'll look at the tier list and make some final adjustments. You'll see it then.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if I told you guys I had some free agency moves?
You do have some free agency moves.
Talking about what
Did
free
you? Are you
agency
putting them
moves
in
you
right
make.
now?
I did DM him. Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, we can update his placement in real time. That'll be cool.
Here's that.
Absolute cinema. I think. Okay, now the conversation. I do think my team is better than Alex's. I agree with Alex there. I think the question is like, is my team better than Tanner's now? So now it's like a battle between those two. Because I think Tanner's team definitely could be better than mine. I think it's close.
I think Tanner's is better because I think Tanner's is better than Alex's, and I think Alex's is better than yours.
That's fair. That's fair. I think they're all basically the same power level.
Ranking based on like players, and not just the actual team.
No, don't rank players ever.
I think yours is better than Alex's.
I just put myself versus myself to compare teams. I'm so smart. There we go.
Here's the thing. I have Aura.
I have Aura too, though. I have the coolest looking mega in this whole league.
But I have
That is true.
Sandport Yowie, so.
But I have screen stall Doomed Yowie because they're gonna get crit. so it's doomed and
I
it makes
have-
it
I
hotter.
have
This is
an
the
answer
battle
string.
of Butch for Butch Sandberry versus Bear with Twink.
That's so true. That's so true. Actually, that's so fucking true.
God.
Oh, we have to make a scene of them going on like a double date. Oh, that'd be so good.
Sandieri versus Sandiawi.
They're at a bar called the Hanging Banana together. Oh.
All right, let my free agency moves be known. Is that what I'm
Yeah, I think the argument now is my team better than Tanner's? I want Alex's opinion because I know mine, but I don't want to taint Alex. You think Tanner's is better or worse?
No, Tanner's is better.
I agree. I think Tanner has the best team now.
Tanner's
Tanner's S
very
tier?
fun
Now this is
for
the
him.
question.
It might actually be S.
What?
The thing is, the Trick Room Setter is still bad. The Trick Room Setter is still bad. We have to talk about this.
Yeah.
Getting glazed. Damn, this is awesome. I'm getting glazed.
But like, Gorgeist is also a fucking good Trick Room setter. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's true. It's not Mr. Rhyme anymore. Mr. Rhyme can like diversify a
You have
bit.
multiple Trick Room setters, so Gorgeist is actually a good Trick Room setter.
Yeah,
Mr. Rhyme.
I do
Like,
love me. It also pairs super well with T-Tar. So like you can set Trick Room with Mr. Rhyme and then send Gorgeist back in on the T-Tar slot to like eat a ground move or a fighting move aimed at T-Tar or a water move. They have such good defensive synergy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
also just Frisk also is just really
Yeah,
good
dude.
always.
Frisk is such a good ability in drafts because it's like if you're a great draft player and or just a great player in general, and Tanner is a great player, you can use Frisk to make guaranteed plays that are like so powerful that you just kind of win. Again, we're not ranking off of players, but like the Frisk is better the better the player is. Because you can make you can make strong. Also, a big thing with Gorgeist with Frisk that is worth talking about. It's a physical attacker with Poltergeist. So having Frisk is actually super useful to know what you can and can't Poltergeist. It's like, oh, this guy is
That's
Citrus
so
Berry. I can't
true.
Poltergeist this.
Aura item 7.
Yeah, it's in
Yeah.
draft your items and sets and everything about the Pokemon is hidden. It's like CTS for draft. It's a best of 3 CTS. So yeah, Gorgeist giving you that info, especially when you're using a move like Poltergeist, I think is super valuable. It's also really valuable because like, oh, I want to Will-O-Wisp this guy, but now I know he has Lumberry, so I'm just gonna Poltergeist him instead. Like I think like that
Really?
sort of thing is super good, and I think like Gorgeist is very unique in doing that because I think it's the only thing of Frisk and Poltergeist.
Trevenant as well, but like.
Oh yeah, but Trevenant doesn't have as much attack as Gorgeist, I think. Yeah, because Gorgeist super has. Oh no, Trevenant has more. Trevenant has more. I guess Trevenant's also good at
Yeah.
that. But yeah, they're both.
Trevenant just doesn't have as much physical bulk.
Yeah, and Gorgeist I think has a slightly better move pool. They're very close, honestly. I don't think either of them is bad, but I think Gorgeist's better physical move pool complements T-Tar well, so it's a better choice. Yeah, I think this is an S tier team. I think I've been convinced this is a great team. I don't really like Mr. Rhyme, to be honest. If you want to, you can totally just like adjust that while we're still here. I don't know what you would adjust it for though. I don't know what you adjust it for. Like
I feel like
he's there
if you
for
were
one
adjusting
purpose.
Mr. Rhyme, you would have to look at it and also like
there's
the
yeah.
top three downs.
I mean, I'm
Just-
asking to improve an S tier team, so it's like it's gonna be hard to do that. I don't think Mr. Rhyme is like what are you gonna find in 3 points that also does what Mr. Rhyme does?
Yeah, like I don't know. I just think that having freeze dry is good because you
Mhm.
match up into
Yeah, fuck
Alex
Alex specifically.
dry into every
Okay.
single fucking Pokemon. It's-
No. The problem with this is that Tanner gets to match into me before I've made my change.
You can't make a change now?
Well, in playoffs when you guys
No,
meet,
no, there's no grace period, so
this
the way
applies
that
week
it
2.
works is
Yeah,
that you don't get these changes until week 2.
but we are ranking off of it because it's not really fair to be like, oh, you had a bad team week 1 and therefore your ranking is bad for the rest of the season.
Well, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm not bringing the Garganacl or Zoroark. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Yeah, I don't think you're
Yeah.
bringing the two.
Yeah.
As we said earlier, those are like the 2 most dead picks on the whole board. I think like the most like, why did you pick these up of the whole board?
That was just for fun.
Fair
I know
enough.
that-
Just for vibes and
I,
aura.
I forgot who said it, but they said like there's a clear core 4 that will be brought every week.
I think I said that. I don't
And
know if
then-
anyone else has.
I definitely said that.
There's
At
a
least
clear
a
It's
four.
it's these 4. Like these 4 are every single week, and then like it's probably Tinkaton 90% of the time. But now you can do Clefable instead. Like there's actual diversity there because Clefable
Yeah,
is equally as bringable as Tinkaton in that slot. Actually, more bringable if you ask me, because you can like fully Earthquake with Excadrill if you do that.
Hmm.
Yeah, dude.
Also,
This
just,
team is
like,
sexy.
Don't sleep on Fluttermane Moonblast, bro.
Yeah, it does have 135 special attack. It hits pretty hard. I'm a big fan of Clefable in general. Its move pool is absolutely bonkers. But like Magic Bounce, Follow Me. Whew, you can't taunt this. You can't Encore this. You can't like status it to like take it out slowly. There's a lot of things that Magic Bounce can do for you that are like really nice. Also, it gets
You have Cosmic Power.
stored power. Or yeah, that you do morning or moonlight, and you just deal with the fact that heals less in the sand. You just don't bring T-Tar when you're doing that. But yeah, dude, big fan of this team. Good job, Tanner. Yeah, I think this is correct. Do we want to change any of the rankings before we move on? I think I'm glad that we didn't rank anything lowly because I don't think anything deserved B or C.
No.
I could see an argument for Bada's team being B, but the core picks are strong, even if the rest of the stuff is kind of eh. Yeah,
I think this is okay where it is.
Yeah, I think so too.
I can't believe you guys made me get rid of Bros tier.
Yeah, I did. No, it wasn't us. It was me specifically. I hate you, Lukey. All right. Well, thanks for showing up, guys. Thanks for doing the PRs. Thanks for the people watching and the people who popped in, Gworf and Tanner, to argue for their teams, or in Gworf's case, actually argue against his team. Yeah, Gworf came in and is like, "Oh, my team's B-," and so yeah, I think this is an accurate rankings. Good job, everyone. Everyone drafted well. That's something I gotta say. Especially a couple people who are newer to draft. I don't know if you've done draft before, Tanner.
I have a couple.
Okay, I know Rudra's new. I don't know who else is new. Because Jack, Logan are experienced. Gworf is pretty new. I think Bada is also new. Like, as in, yeah, y'all are all new. But you play draft tournaments, which is something, at least, Alex.
Yeah.
I'll have you know, I got 4th place in the Portland VGC Draft League last year.
That's epic.
Wow.
We love top cuts. All right, I think this is an accurate ranking. I'll go ahead and post this screenshot, and then once the video's ready, I'll post that as well. Thanks for showing up, everyone. Freaky out, or sorry, freaky up, freaky up.
Freaky up and out.
Ooh,
Yeah.